Hey everyone, it's Luke. I just wanted to finally make a video with the results of the coins that I sent to PCGS at the end of last year. I've had these sitting around for a while, but I just finally got around to making a video. This is the second time I'm doing this, and I had some pretty good luck last time. I did take a quick look at these grades, and there were some surprises, both good and bad. If you haven't seen the video where I talked about the coins that I was sending in, be sure to check that one out before watching this one. But now let's get started with this video. So right off the bat, you can see that there's one coin right here that was not slabbed. And there's actually a very good reason for that, but we'll get to that one in a bit. So the first coin that I have here is an 1899 barber dime. And this one graded a VF30. And, to be honest, this is a little bit lower than I was hoping for. But there is kind of some heavy toning on it that might have made it a little bit tough to see how much wear is actually on the coin. So, I was hoping for a grade that was a little bit higher, but can't really complain. It didn't come back details or anything, so that's good at least. And the next coin that I have is an 1857 Flying Eagle cent, and this one graded as a VF25, which, I submitted one last year, and I think that one graded quite a bit higher. Although I could tell that this one had a little bit more wear to it. I was kind of hoping for at least a VF30 on it, but I can understand why I got a VF25. I guess I was maybe being a little bit optimistic. But even in this grade, it's not a bad coin. And then I've got this 1934 Buffalo nickel, which I kind of figured this was going to happen. It's got a pretty nasty scratch on it. Let me see if I can get this scratch to come into focus. It's kind of like right across his cheek and kind of his jawline. Might be a little bit difficult to see. But, I don't really know what I was thinking submitting this coin because, it obviously has that huge scratch on it. But it was just like a very nicely toned coin, and it at least looked uncirculated, but they're calling it AU details. So I guess maybe it would have been like an AU58 if it didn't have that scratch. But it still is a pretty nice looking coin. Here's the reverse. It's got kind of like a nice golden toning to it. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that it has to get that details grade. And then this coin, I don't really know what I was thinking with this one. It's an 1834 bust dime with a small 4. It's only a G4, which is not very impressive. But, it's not a details grade at least. But, in this condition, this is maybe like a $30 coin. So really kind of not worth grading, but, it's always interesting, when you submit coins, you never know what they're going to come back as. And, it's kind of also a learning process for me, so I don't really mind it. And, you know, it's nice to have a slabbed example of a bust dime. That's not a coin that I had in a slab before, so, you know, it's not a total loss. Now here I have an 1896 Morgan dollar, and this came back as an MS-64, which, you know, that's pretty nice. That's kind of the best I could have hoped for on this coin. I knew it wasn't an MS-65, and I kind of thought there was a decent chance that it would come back as a 63, but, you know, it's a 64, which is exactly what I was hoping for. And I didn't pay a whole lot for this coin. I maybe paid like $30, you know, a few years ago. I got it off of eBay. So, you know, that's kind of nice. I guess I want to eventually try and, you know, collect a full set of slab Morgan dollars. It's going to be kind of tough with some of the key dates like the Carson Cities, but, you know, I think it would be a cool set to collect. So now we're up to this non-slabbed example. And this really kind of took me by surprise, because this is not what I was expecting at all. But you can see, if we open this up, that it's a counterfeit 1898 O barber quarter. And, you know, there was something kind of weird looking about this coin. I guess I maybe kind of looked past that. I thought maybe it had some corrosion or something. But looking at it now, I can see that, you know, it just really kind of doesn't look right. I think I got this in a lot on eBay. But, you know, I can see that it doesn't look like a normal barber quarter. So I really did not expect this to come back as a counterfeit. So that was, you know, very unexpected. That was a surprise, but, you know, really not a good one. So I'm not sure what I'll do with this coin, honestly. So the next coin that I have is another barber dime, and this is 1908. But unfortunately, this one came back as environmental damage, and it's an XF details. You know, I saw that it did have kind of some weird spotting on it, but, you know, I kind of thought that maybe that would just be considered, you know, a little bit of uneven toning, and that it would not affect the grade. But, you know, it's a details grade, unfortunately. I mean, other than that, it's a pretty nice coin, but, you know, in an XF, this would be a pretty decent grade. So that's kind of unfortunate. And then last, I have the 1923 S Monroe commemorative half dollar. And this I was pretty surprised by. It came back as an MS-64. You know, that's a pretty solid grade. And it's got some interesting toning on it. It was a little bit tough to see if there was any wear on this coin, because it is kind of a pretty low relief. But, you know, I'm very happy it came back as an MS64. I thought maybe it was going to be like an AU58. I thought there was a very good chance of that, but, you know, this is probably the best I could have hoped for with this coin. So it's definitely a pretty nice surprise. And I'd like to eventually assemble a set of the commemorative half dollars as well. So this would really be a good coin to have in that collection. It's probably not going to be possible to collect all MS64s because some of those commemoratives can get pretty expensive, and I really didn't pay a lot for this. I maybe paid like $20, so pretty decent profit on this coin as well. But I'm not selling it. So yeah, those are the results of the coins that I sent to PCGS for, you know, the end of 2023. And I plan to do this pretty much every year. So you can expect another video like this at the end of this year. But there'll be plenty of other videos, you know, between then and now. So if you're interested in this sort of stuff, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and give this one a like if you enjoyed the video. And, you know, let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. So thanks for watching.